So this is the walk around. We start every day right here with our daily maintenance checklist. If you'll notice on this, there are a number of things that are listed on here. If you do these every day, the machine is going to like you. If you refuse to do these specific things, the machine will talk back to you. Again, daily maintenance checklist, everyday performance on it. We're going to start in the first bay by opening the door. We have a couple of things in here in this particular area that we want to talk about. One is our fuel cap. It is lockable. Pull it out, you can add fuel to it. It has a 48-gallon fuel tank, and that fuel tank is actually aluminum, which really works out well for us, and it is located underneath the cab. This section of the engine compartment houses the Cummins ECU unit. You'll notice on this particular unit we have 2 rubber boots, a couple of bolts that hold each connector in place. What you're looking for on a daily basis to make sure that those rubber boots are in place to keep debris and material out, and also to keep these connectors locked tight, as you've got these 2 bolts that have paint on them, and they will have, if they are ever to come loose, that paint will be broken. Again, in this engine compartments section, we have the oil fill for the Cummins engine. We also have some filters that are down below grade here, if you will. You want to make sure as you're visualizing down here, you don't have any debris that is collecting in this particular section of the engine compartment, and also that you do not have any fuel leaks or oil leaks on this. Continuing on in this particular engine compartment, we have an air filter assembly up here. It is a 2-piece system. To check this on a daily basis, there is a lock tab up on the top. You pick it up, rotate the end cap 10 degrees, bring it out, which will expose one of the filters, the outer filter. We pull that out and we expose the inner filter. This is your outer filter, which you're looking at on a daily basis to make sure you're not collecting debris on any of the outside. If you are, you need to clean that before you reinstall it. This is your inner filter. If we have material that is bypassing the outer filter, the secondary filter will collect it. What you want to make sure this one is also very clean. The reinstallation, we will put our inner filter back in, press until it does not move. We will grab our outer filter, we will install over the inner filter, and press until it does not go in any further. When reinstalling this cap, you have 2 notches here to line up with these arrows. You place it on basically at that same 10-degree mark as we had originally removed it, press, and then rotate until you hear that click. One other important item on this particular air filter system is you have this little nipple on the end. This is to allow debris to be coming out of that filter. You want to make sure that that is always installed. If this piece is missing, we are going to start to pull air from the engine compartment, which could be dusty and dirty and also very warm, into the air filter system. Again, very important to maintain this particular nipple where it belongs. Continuing on in this engine compartment, we have our radiator tank mounted up on top. You'll see up here it'll say engine coolant level or coolant level. Also on the end of that, you'll also notice there is a sensor. That sensor is for the radiator fluid level. Once that level drops down below that sensor, we will get an alarm inside the cab that will ask the operator to add radiator fluid. If the operator does not add radiator fluid, the Cummins engine will derate itself and eventually shut itself down. As part of our daily maintenance checklist in this particular configuration is we have a stage 5 exhaust system here. When this thing regens, this unit will get to over 1,000 degrees inside that particular canister. You want to make sure that you have no debris that's collecting on top of this. If there is debris, there's an opportunity for that to ignite and drop down. So we want to make sure that everything is always kept clear of any debris that you may collect while you're operating the machine. After we get done with this compartment, we want to close the door and latch it. You'll also notice that there is a key on each one of these. If this key is perpendicular to the line of travel, the door is unlocked. So you want to make sure before you take off and do your job that this is parallel to your line of travel and that door section is locked.